Hi, these comments are for WS, and I am Michael from OTCOnline and you're doing some pronunciation practice tests for today. So you're focusing during this pronunciation exercise on, I call it the J hat check and the Z hat check, the J as in judge, and the J as in measure. Okay, so let's see how you did with these particular sounds. So the sounds in bold, those are the words that we're concentrating on in this particular voice recording exercise.
1. In 1761, John Adams began to think and write an ad against British measures that he believed infringed on colonial liberties.
Okay, the problem, a couple of words in here. 17, you had trouble with that. In 1761, and you have measures. Measures.
2. The ingenuity of the Polynesians' aging population is that they can introduce outsiders to their culture through to their immersion.
Yeah, that sound you do not know how to do. Think of it kind of like a Z and a J. Immersion.
3. The unusually huge fish caught today does not fit the usual fish caught, which has been recorded
Usual.
onto the ledgers.
Okay, again, you're 50% right now. You can pronounce the J, but you cannot pronounce the J, measure.
4. The page dressman engaged in fragile conversation with the both of regions.
Engaged in fragile conversation.
5. The legend is that the general envisioned a vision military which would execute large measurable commands
Would execute.
when the country was on the verge of war.
Yeah, your intelligibility here is not good. I'm going to be honest with you. So let's practice them again. I'm going to read the sentences out loud, and then you can practice after me. In 1761, John Adams began to think and write and act against British measures that he believed infringed on colonial liberties. 2. The ingenuity of the Polynesians' aging population is they can introduce outsiders to their culture through total immersion. 3. The unusually huge fish caught today does not fit the usual fish caught which has been recorded onto the ledgers. 4. The beige man engaged in fragile conversation with the Board of Regents. 5. The legend is that the general envisioned a vision military which would execute large, measurable commands when the country was on the verge of war. So I think this sound is still pretty tough for you, right? So let's go to the end and look at a description of it. We can kind of see how it... So it says here, it says, unlike the Z hat check, produce the J sound by briefly stopping the airstream and then releasing the articulator so that noise is produced. Pronounce this sound the same way as the CH, as in cheap. The only difference is you have to make the J with vibration of the vocal folds. For example, when you say J, place your index and your middle finger on your throat. You should feel vibration of the vocal folds when you produce this sound. J, ch, j. So you have j, j, judge. The articulation tip for the Z hat check sound, it's unlike the J hat check. The Z hat check is produced by forming a nearly complete obstruction of the vocal tract. Measure, resulting in a turbulent noise much like the air escaping from a punctured tire. Pronounce this sound the same way as the SH sound is in sheep. Shh. The only difference is you must make the Z hat check with vibration of the vocal folds. For example, when you say zh, place your index and your middle finger in your throat. You should feel vibration of the vocal folds when you produce this sound. Let's practice the pairs of sounds to conclude this video. And remember, the ones on the right, you have not mastered those sounds. The sound on the left, you're okay. Number 1, maJor, meaSUre. 2, plagiarize, pleasurable. 3, regents, usually. 4, fragile, Frazier. 5, engine, azure. 6, engage, beige. 7, general, vision. 8, ledger, leisure. 9, legend, lesion. 10, large, Asia. So the one thing you can remember with the zh, that Z hat check sound, is typically it's a medial sound. You will find it in the middle of the word. Now the j, that one, it can be in the beginning, even the middle, even the end of the word. So it can occur in many different positions. All right, thanks.